be doing here is reapplying new thermal paste to a CPU cooler. If we look closely here, you can see that this one has already had paste applied to it, and it worked pretty well. But if you're going to be changing your cooler, or putting it onto a new CPU, or for whatever reasons you need to do it, you need to make sure that you take off the old thermal paste. There's a couple of ways of doing it. Simple and easy. You can use rubbing alcohol to take it off, or you can use what I'll be using is some thermal paste remover and purifier. This I think is the preferred method, but if you don't have that, you can use rubbing alcohol. First, what we'll do is take some of our removal solution, and we will place a little bit on the top of it. As you can see, it's just a mild liquid. I like to take a Q-tip and just spread it around. What this will do, it'll start dissolving the thermal paste that is on there. This may not get it completely off on the first time. You may have to do this process 1 or 2 more times after this to make sure that it is completely clean. Which I think I will do. I'm going to hit this 1 more time with the cleaner solution. We want to make sure that the copper base, or the most shiniest part that's going to be making contact with the CPU, is the cleanest it can possibly get. The next process using this particular method is using a surface purifier. What that does is try to get rid of all the leftover oils or anything that may have gotten onto there with this during this process. Again, a few drops. And we'll start cleaning it again. And as you can see, it's getting really nice and clean, and that's exactly what we want. I like to make sure that this has a little bit of time to dry before I go to the next process. But for this demonstration purposes, I'll be jumping right into applying the thermal paste. People have different ways that they like to apply the paste. Is there a right way or wrong way? Well, yes, there is a wrong way. The right way for most people is to put a small little dab in the middle, or seems to be the newer way is to put a small X of the thermal paste. This way, when the unit touches the CPU, that it spreads it out in a more even fashion. You don't want to get too much thermal paste on the cooler. Too much thermal paste can act as an insulator instead of acting as an agent that would help remove the heat from the CPU to the cooler itself. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a small X to the middle of this. Next, we will insert the cooler back onto the motherboard.